All right, peeps, welcome back. Today is Sunday, the 9th of August, and I'm just going to show you guys the weekly outlook for the upcoming week that I have. Just going to get into it straight away, no long thing today, because, for some reason, Premiere Pro is not working. So even when I put the journal out yesterday, I couldn't stitch together like the different videos. So I just had to like put one out, in which basically I kind of like summed up, everything that happened during the week. So yeah, hopefully, well, these are usually just like one video anyway, but hopefully, I'm back on track for the upcoming week with the journals at least. But yeah, let's get to it. So Aussie dollar, US dollar, interesting, right? We already know the structure is broken. Well, the downtrend structure is broken. It's making uptrend structure now. There is still one thing that's been bugging me, right? So ever since the downtrend structure was broken, for me, I don't feel like it got retested. I still feel like price should be coming back, retesting it, and then pushing further up. Because let me see if I can show. Yep. So this was technically the previous lower high, right, on the structure, and this was in a sense like an equal high, equal lower high. Now the way I've drawn my line of support, it's over there, and price since then hasn't come back to retest it. However, if you look at the equal lower high kind of thing, it does seem to be retested because you can see that was the high point over there, and price has come further forward and show bam on that line. It came for a retest, let's just off it and then pushed up. So it's interesting. I still feel like price may come down slightly lower because it's found this resistance over here. And ever since, it's been struggling to break above it. And even when it's broken above it, it's struggled to, stay above it. It's come straight back down the following day. So it could be that, price does come down a little bit and then push up. Will be interesting to see. I may be looking for shorts on this now for the next week. The shorts most likely will just be at 1% though, right? From here to here at least. If it was to break below this, that will be an interesting story, and I'll see what I want to do with that. But most likely, I'm assuming it will come, meet the support, struggle to break below, and actually reject and bounce above and make new highs. So let's see how that goes. Anyways, next is Euro USD. It's interesting. This is still kind of no man's land, but around this sort of area, it's found its own resistance over here. It's moved down, and there's a bit of support over there, especially when you look into the lower time frames. Yeah, I'm not too interested in it. I'll see if it was just to break below this. I may short it up to this monthly key level. Yeah, not super interested in that. This though, USD CAD, I'm very interested in because there's a level of support over here, which price broke below, but failed to sustain that break because very soon after prices come above that key level and closed above it. Will suggest that price was maybe or the the market makers, they were just trying to test and see where the limit was, and they're struggling to take it any lower, right? But past this, I feel like we might get a retest of the support, and then I want to enter. But see, I'm going 2 minds for that one. Reason being, when you look at the 4-hour, when price initially did break above this, it's already come down for a retest and then pushed up. See, so that's going to be interesting. It'll be nice if price comes down to test it once again, and if it doesn't break below it, if it shows a rejection, then yeah, that's a really good entry at this low point. Probably I could place a tight stop loss even, and maximize all sorts of profits. However, if it's already made its retest, if it's already making its move, what I may do is wait for it to break the monthly key level to the upside, get a retest back on the monthly key level, and then long the position. It's something I'm going to have to see, obviously, when the market opens up. Let's see, let's move this out of the way so you can see the candles properly. All right. GPAD, interesting, right? Price is broken. No, sorry, price is continuing its uptrend, and that's on the weekly. It's clear to see on the weekly. But on daily, it's somewhat in this range-like formation, right? So it seems like it's found its support. It's found the bottom of the retracement. The only thing that I'm waiting for happen is for it to just break above this level. So it just confirms for me that, you know, it wants to move higher and I'm going to enter a long over there. This monthly key level is also an all right area to enter along, but I'm just going to wait for the market to open up, see where it opens up, and do it accordingly. Over here will be a bit more high probability trade, considering it's broken a resistance level and it should push higher. Over here, it will be a good entry, but will be of a less probability in a sense, right? Because price has shown a rejection over here, it could come lower as well. So if I enter over here, probably at 1%. If I enter over there, it'd be at 2%. Wait. All right, GP Chef is interesting. It's just it's in a downtrend on weekly, right? But on the retracement, we can see that it's just been consolidating within this area. One thing that could potentially be happening is price. Like I've just started learning the Wyckoff method, and you know I'm trying like string together like, you know, certain things that are happening that I've learned so far. Like I'm no expert whatsoever. I'm like literally a beginner at that, but I'm trying to piece a few things together, right? So as far as I know, this is like a spring kind of thing where, you know, price is broken like past the level of support or resistance, just like for manipulation kind of thing, and you just to see if, just to find its like top or bottom, right? And it's tested it. It's not been able to push any further, and it's come back between back into the range basically. So price has moved along, bounced off the support, come up and gone for another sort of test, and this constantly is at the weekly key level, which means that it should carry on just moving lower from here, so it should not be going higher. So what I may do is take a short from there if possible. If not, I'll wait for the counter trend line and the support level to be broken, which means a much more high probability trade, and do that instead. But let's see how the market is. Sorry, give me a sec. Just gonna put the thing on charge. The charge is low. All right, I'm back. I'm back very quickly. But yeah, I'm really trying to learn the Wyckoff method though. It's so interesting. Oh, it's bugging out on me. All right, GPST, which is interesting right now. What I've done was there's this swing level over here, right? So on weekly especially. So I drew a fib level on that weekly swing. Excuse me. And on the retracement, it rejected off the 78.6 level, 78.6% fib level on the weekly as well. On daily and the lower time frames, you can see that it's in a range box. So what I may do is literally just wait for it to break the range box to the downside, break this level of support, retest them, and take a short on that, which is pretty good confirmations for me. That's all I'm waiting for. I doubt I will be longing this. Most likely, I'm just looking for shorts. Oopsie, your JPY, interesting. So it's broken the downtrend, as we know. It's been making uptrend structure. The way it's finished over there, right? It's like an evening star-like formation at the monthly key level, suggesting it's found resistance. I feel like it may push slightly lower. I'd want to see if it come to this level over here, basically, and see how it reacts off that. Woo! See how it reacts off that. So if it wants to break this and come lower, I'd kind of be lost. I wouldn't know exactly what to do. However, if it was to show a rejection of this level and want to go higher, I'm definitely going to just enter a position over here and take it higher, which is what I want to do anyway. You know, in the grand scheme of things, I do want to long this, whether it be a break above this monthly key level over here or it to come lower to this level of support, and I take a long over there. If it gives an opportunity to short, like I'm going to have to like rethink how I want to do it. Like I'm not necessarily marrying a bias, but with any of these, but you know, I still have a certain outlook on, you know, I only want to enter a trade if it kind of follows my ideology and my way of thinking. If it just like completely disregards that, and then you know, like I don't want to rush into anything. I want to have it, you know, pre-thought out, and for it to just fall in place for me to just take action. GJ, which is interesting. This is in downtrend. So drew a fib level on the weekly. You know, it's come for a retracement and it's made a double top at this level of monthly key level, which overlaps this fib level. Price is consolidating at this level over here, especially on 4 hours. It's easier to see. My eyes. It's trajected off this support pretty nicely one time, but what I want is a break of this, or even if it wants to push up back towards this level over here, I could take a much sweeter entry. So I wouldn't even mind that. So even if it pushes up over there and shows rejection and then want to come down, I'd be happy with that. But ultimately, what I'm looking for is to short this, which is basically the story with all the pound crossovers right now. UJ is interesting. I mean, this major support level, it came retested, came and showed us a reaction off that. You know, it bounced at that level quite strongly, and since then it's kind of been consolidating. No, consolidating. It's just like slowed down in momentum. There's this level of resistance for it right now, most recently, which it has failed to break above. Ultimately, I do think it should be going higher. So if it was to break above this resistance on a retest, I will take a long on this one. Yeah, simples. Euro GBP. Okay, this one's interesting, and it kind of ties in with the other pound pairs as well. Actually, you know what? This time, every time I was analyzing pair, I didn't pay attention to what was happening in the previous pair, and somehow still, you know, it's kind of worked out, I guess. In terms of the correlation. So all the other GP crosses, I was hoping for them to go lower, and I'm expecting this one to go higher. Reason being, there's this top of the range box over here. The way price has been acting. Which page did I explain it for? Shit. There's one of, was it GP Chef? It was GP Chef, right? So you see that spring over there? We've kind of got that sort of action over here, right? And prices pushed up towards this resistance. It's came lower, found support over here, and that is more or less where the price sits in right now, right? I'm not really expecting to push lower any further. If anything, it should just go higher. At the very least, up to this level over here. But you know, ultimately, my long-term target for a while has been, if it was to push higher, to go over there. So yeah, it will be sweet to get an entry. Hopefully price pushes down a little. Was it by about 40 odd pips, 30, 40 odd pips? For me to take an entry off of literally that level over there. If it does, that'd be nice. If not, then you know, I may take one just above these candles over here somehow. What is it looking like on the 4 hours? Yeah, like literally around this sort of level over here. I may look to take an entry, but let's see how things play out. Oh my, I've yawned too many times today. I swear down, I yawn in every of these weekly outlooks on there. I don't know why. It's because maybe I've like already analyzed it and like going over the same shit, and it's like tires me out. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyways, last one, DXY. interesting. Recently, prices moved down very quickly, right, in a very short amount of time, and it seems to have found a bottom. I don't necessarily say like it's found a bottom, but it seems to have, and it's just bounced off it very nicely as well. What will confirm that it's found a bottom is if it literally just breaks above this level of resistance and pushes higher. It's good enough for me to say that it's going to carry on pushing a little further, at least to the 96 level. So initially, I'm expecting it to break this, go to the 94, and then from there to the 96. But yeah, let's see how things turn out. I don't think it's going to go lower anytime soon until it retraces a little bit up to this 96 level, and then maybe push down lower or even continue going higher. But we shall see very soon. Anyway, guys, that's it for me for now for this week. Hope everyone has a blessed and profitable trading week ahead. I think that's it. Peace. How'd you end it? Oh, there we go.